Line closed, goes for Skits, and what a shot! Oh my goodness!
Forged with the take on this one, sending it straight in the goals to try and come up from behind them. Passing plays. What is this guy? I don't think he's going to get any points here, but who knows? He will. He will find him. Joycey putting in some pressure and takes the shot. Skits goes short side and it glances off the forehead there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again for a absolutely lovely time of Slapshot with our last game of tonight, Sydney Gafs versus the South Sydney Sugargliders. Just after we had a POV stream of IM's first game, Such Is Life versus Fat Poggers Banana Shire, we'll go ahead and cap tonight off with a Pro League game between these two absolutely beautiful teams. Alright, let's go ahead and start the rundown with the Sydney Gafs that have got ended. Levy and Nikki, I believe, at the last time that I updated the program. Let me go ahead and double check that, because honestly, I don't really think that Nikki is going to be playing tonight. Usually she's just like on the bench for Sydney Gafs, but we'll find out exactly what goes on with that one in just a moment here. But if we go ahead and we switch over to the South Sydney Sugargliders, we've got Palfa, Cooper, Doot, and Mikkel. Now, this is a new and interesting combo that I've seen pop up so far. I don't think these blokes have played together much, but I do see that there's a lot of potential in them, alright? You got Palfa, Doot, Cooper, and Mikkel. Palfa and Mikkel and Cooper, in my mind, are kind of defensive players. So we're probably going to see a lot of, rigidness with some of their structure. Definitely a lot of opportunity to, kind of swap around, have different people defend different parts of the field, and really just get a lot of rotational plays with that. But yeah, we should be seeing a strong game from them. Now, while I go ahead and just do a little bit of research to find out who else is actually on the team for for Sydney Gafs here, because I believe that they've just named Nikki, who I don't think has actually played a slap game before. The rosters in the Discord channel still say ended Levy and Nikki, but I don't believe that's like their entire roster. I don't think that that's what we're going to see on the field. It'd be awesome if we did actually see Nikki take to the field for, I believe, the first time in however many seasons that she's been named as like the power sub for Sydney Gafs. But it'll be very, very interesting if we see that happen. I am absolutely blind and I cannot find the stat table. There it is. All right. So taking a look at the pro stats table for Sydney Gafs, it is just ended Levy and Nikki. So I think that Nikki has to take to the field. I think. I could be wrong here, but I don't think that she has a choice. I think she has to play here, or they have a free agent. I think that's what happens here. So this one could be actually pretty close. We've just got 2 minutes until the game starts. Palva's already picked up a lobby for me, so you absolutely love to see it. We'll go ahead and switch over to the game now. Looks like they're playing Z-Mix for Sydney Gafs. I need to go ahead and swap the clubs here, because I just joined in. But Z-Mix is named for Sydney Gafs. I don't think he's on the roster though. I might just tell them just to make sure. Yeah, because I don't think Z-Mix is officially named on the roster. Just letting them know. Just letting them know. This could be very, very strange. He is Spa didn't add him though. Okay. As long as people are aware. So Ended has said that Zemix is on the Sydney Gafs, just not added to the roster. Very, very interesting stuff. Well, I mean, okay, in that case, that makes a lot more sense. We probably won't be seeing Nikki take to the field then. We'll probably see your, standard Sydney Gafs lineup of Ended, Levy, and Zemix, right? An absolute classic. Halio says there was a message to add him a while ago and hasn't been added yet. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, I've just seen him pop in now on the Sydney Gafs players list. So someone must have heard and gone into the back, gone into the system and added him in. So thank you very much for I believe Cavalli. I think he's here, so I'd imagine that Cavalli was the one that pulled through. So yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so Sydney Gafs with the standard lineup that we've seen for seasons upon seasons of Ended, Zemix, and Levy here. Meanwhile, South Sydney Sugargliders have Palfa, Cooper, and Doot. Alright, I believe that we're almost ready to get into this one. I'll just ready up. South Sydney Sugargliders with a relatively defensive start here. Palfa and Cooper, both very renowned goalkeepers, and Doot, of course, very strong in some of his offensive plays. So we'll be seeing a lot of that here tonight. All right, Zemix starting us off with the touch in this first period here. And by the way, might I just add, in terms of logos, this might be the most professional game in the entirety of Pro League. Like, look at the top left there. That just looks absolutely flawless. Ended. Shot on goals. Not able to find it, though. It's a very narrow line. Palfa on this one. Looks like he'll be playing back a little bit here. Ended. Getting that one over to Zemix. Some more touches here for Sydney Gafs. Palfa taking this one away with the clear. Levy now. Usually the one who'll be playing back here for Sydney Gafs. I think Ended, as per usual, will be trying to, play a forward role here for his team. Meanwhile, Levy and Zemix will swap around a little bit, but I believe that we'll be seeing a lot more of Levy in the back than as a midfielder or forward here tonight. Zemix getting this one over to Levy. Passing around, does manage to get through Cooper. Beautiful pass across the field over to Ended. Not able to find the net, though. As a reminder, Sydney Gafs last season, I believe, had a 100% win rate in the regular season. So following up that performance from last season is going to be a very, very tough job here for the Sydney Gafs in Season 17. Palfa looking for Doot, does find him. Round boards over to Cooper, maybe centering to Palfa again. Doot is playing a very aggressive position there. Just postured directly in front of their goals, ready to whack it in case a pass from either of the two potential back players just manages to go his way. Cooper with this touch here. Palfa moving up. Cooper with the downtown. Hold on a minute. Levy not able to get the save. Ended with a little bit of banter in chat. Great save coming out from the Sydney Gafs forward there. Palfa just able to get that one away. Didn't look too secure about it, though. Beautiful save again, though. The defense from the South Sydney Sugargliders is pretty big here so far. Levy passes to thin air. Zemix refusing to budge there. Not entirely too sure what happened. Maybe lagging out a little bit. Not sure. Levy with this one. Pass over to Ended. Not able to find him. Does end up with Palfa moving this one forward, though. Looking for Doot, maybe. Can't quite find the line. Palfa back over to Cooper. Looking for Doot, maybe. Again, still can't find him. Doot passing back. Does find Palfa. Looking for a shot on goals. Not able to find it. Levy, AFK behind the net. Maybe some internet problems. Some concern coming out from the Sugargliders here. Don't worry about him, says Zemix. Oh shit, says Levy. Alright. Play on is the decision. The call from both Sydney Gafs and the South Sydney Sugargliders here. Both Sydney teams, by the way. Very interesting that this is how they start the season off. Levy trying to push past Palfa here. Can't quite find anything. Pass back to Ended. Might go forward here to Zemix, unable to find him. Levy again, AFK on boards. Freezing up, internet issues maybe. Very confusing here. Not entirely too sure what's happening. Levy wants to push through whatever technical difficulties or real world difficulties he's having, but unfortunately just giving up a free point there for the South Sydney Sugargliders. Fix these Coopers is the call coming out from Cooper. My mouse isn't working. Okay. Technical issues here for Levy. That is going to be rough. I don't think that we're going to see Nikki come in for Sydney Gafs here. But it looks like Levy is going to be playing only hooking left. Has no choice here. So we're not going to be seeing Nikki here, I reckon. Which means that somehow Levy needs to play back and get saves and passes while only moving his mouse in one direction. It looks like he can get a quick little flick out here and there. Maybe. Oh, no. Hold on a minute. It looks like Levy's mouse has fixed itself. I don't know what was wrong with it, but he's found a solution to the problem. Maybe he's delved into his cabinets in the back or something and found another mouse to play with. I don't know. But either way, Levy just barely able to make that save. Coming in clutch there. He was outside of the net for most of that. But just a absolutely beautiful save and fantastic work in defense for him. Dude, pushing up with this one. Palfa won't get the puck. Zemix playing a little bit of back here. And Palfa with the shot just hits posts. Unfortunate stuff there. Very, very close. Sydney Gas 0. South Sydney Sugargliders 2. Now, of course, that first period doesn't really describe how well this game's going to unfold, okay? I think both of the goals, at least one of them, was definitely due to technical issues with Levy. You know, which is not the person that you want to have technical issues being your, you know, go-to back player, right? That's a very, very rough situation to be in. But just in general, Sydney Gafs, trying to get some of those passing plays to work out, is able to find a few of them, which is very, very nice. But just not able to connect at some of those final touches. All right. Just looking at chat, is this OCE? Yes, this is. This is the Oceanic Slapshot League here. A pro game between Sydney Gafs, who, just for context, played in the grand final last season, and South Sydney Sugargliders, who didn't quite make it, I don't think, into the grand final. Might have been semis or eliminations. So, yes, very, very strong stuff from these two teams. Decent quality. Although, some technical issues, you know, this is OCE. That's a thing down here. We have a lot of technical issues. Ended with a good score on that one. Very high quality stuff. Zemix, beautiful pass. Rebounded off Cooper. Slight amount of luck in that one. Cooper can't save both shots, you know, but still, very good job on Ended to capitalize on that. Also, a very interesting thing for those of you who are tuning in without much context. Sydney Gafs last season did not drop a single match during the regular season. So they went 100%, won everything, and then in a historic Sydney Gafs fashion, kind of through the grand final in Pro League. They have a bit of a history with it making it to that grand final and not able to clutch up in, you know, the one game where it matters. But, you know, they are still very, very skilled players with that 100% win rate in the regular season. Alright, Palfa moving this one up. Not able to find a shot. Dude, looks like he's playing back, not the go-to rotation here, but it seems to be working out well enough for the Sugargliders. Levy seems to have some technical problems fixed. Mouse wasn't working for part of the first period. Could only spin to the left, and you can imagine that playing back is pretty difficult when you can only really pass in one direction reliably. Palfa Looking to get it over to Doot. Maybe pass back to Cooper here. Levy with some good touches. Looking to go over to Z-Mix. Swapping around a little bit. Ended. Center field. Not looking to dive at this one. Z-Mix. Pass to Ended. Very delicate. Letting him play a little bit of back here. Cross over to Levy. Not able to find it. Again with Ended. And Levy. One more chance here. Tries to give it over to Z-Mix. Very gentle. Doot passing back. With 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the second period. Oh, Doot nearly extending the lead. Pass just barely sailed past him. Not able to connect there, though. Ended to Z-Mix. Looking for Levy, maybe. He is back. Not back, sorry. Forward. Confused which side of the field is which there. Levy to Z-Mix. Not able to find him. Doot running it up. Levy again. Clear over to Ended. Usually not your back player here for Sydney Gafs. He likes to be forward a hell of a lot of the time. But it looks like that he can play a little bit of back when rotating, you know, if need be. You definitely won't see him opt for it, though. Levy is absolutely the man that you want back here for Sydney Gafs. Palfer putting on some pressure. Levy back down behind his own net. Decides to retreat the whole way. Palfer covering that pass over to Ended. And still putting on some more pressure. Does he choose Ended here? Z-Mix not wanting to move. I'm not too sure what happened there between Levy and Z-Mix. And Dude capitalizing. What has just happened there? Sydney Gafs with a miscommunication error. Z-Mix wasn't covering, Levy wasn't covering, and I think that at one point Ended and Levy ran into each other. I'm not too sure what was going on. Sydney Gafs not off to a great start this season so far. Levy bumped off of the puck there. Could have been bad for Gafs if Palfer got a good touch to that one. Usually plays back, but definitely can play a forward position here for the Sugargliders. Very interesting stuff here, actually. Really the only forward that I can say by name on this team here for the Sugargliders. Cooper being just a goalie for about as many teams as I think he's been on. I can't remember exactly what he's played on, but I know he played on Goon Squids back in season 9 or 7, somewhere between that range. And we know for a fact that Palfer, with his transition from EU, is definitely a high-quality goalie here. So very, very interesting stuff. There's also Mikel, who is still waiting on the bench for the Sugargliders here. Perhaps we'll see him come on in the next period, but he is also, in my opinion, a bit of a back player as well, you know. Marking those goalies in the IM season for the post-pingers. Still can rotate around, though, much like Cooper and Palfer. You know, just because they are go-to goalies doesn't mean they can't put their work in the offense. But it'll be very interesting to see if we're going to see a triple defensive side come out here, or maybe one of the two defensive players between Palfer and Cooper hop off and let Mikel have a run on the rink here tonight. Again, not necessarily going to happen. They could just go ahead, play it safe, and go for another South Sydney Sugargliders lineup, you know, just Palfer, Cooper, Doot, and just iron this game out. But it would be nice to see your man Mikel come onto the rink here. Doesn't look like that's happening, as long as your man is actually who I think it is. It could be Maine, but I'm assuming that it's Mikel at the moment. That's my assumption. Levy taking this one back to start us off here in the third and final period. Sydney Gafs, some work to do, not quite linking up here in these last two periods. Again, still their first 2 games of the season. Haven't seen these blokes in pubs that much. Then again, I haven't been in pubs that much. So entirely possible that Ended and Z-Mix and Levy are a little bit rusty at the moment. But I can tell you for a fact that Doot and Palfer and Mikel, they all like to get on pubs, get in the R-pugs every now and then. You know, play some matches. So it makes sense if they had a little bit less rust to start off the season. Cooper, not too sure if he's been playing those. But, you know, even still, just having those two players be completely de-rusted, ready for the start of the Pro League is a very big plus here for the South Sydney Sugargliders. Helios coming out saying it is indeed Mikel. Ended with the shot. Hold on a minute. I look away for 3 seconds, and all of a sudden, Sydney Gafs are putting together plays like that, passing plays, all across the field. Stuff like that is what got Sydney Gafs their 100% win record last season. Those types of plays where you pass just all around the field, you link up with one another, and just all around know each other. Like off the back of your hand, you just know your teammates. Zemix pushing this one up. Do it with some good touches, ends up with Cooper. Looking for an upfield pass over to Palfa. Levy with a good intercept. Chance here for Sydney. Gafs just drops that one. Again, might have just been an honest mistake, but Levy did have the mouse issues earlier, so maybe they're still at play. Not entirely too sure, but the point is the points weren't scored, but what? Zemix! A little bit of BM there. Stopped dead in his tracks and just let the defense move out of the way for him. Someone pressed the pause button on that play right there. You could edit that together and just make it look like there was never a stop in play. Like he just tapped the spacebar. That was an impressive stop there. Very, very high quality stuff. Sydney Gafs, unconventional strategy, 3 men behind the goals. Very interesting. Recovered quickly though. Zemix over to Levy. Trying to find Ended here. Has to go back to Zemix though. Pressure from Cooper really restricting that play there. Zemix and Levy on this one. Cooper with a free chance to just walk it upfield, regaining their lead. Unfortunate stuff there from Sydney Gafs. Again, I think just a little bit of a miscommunication. But Gafs going from one end of the Slapshot, you know, just the Slapshot graph of having beautiful plays to just dropping down to pure miscommunication. Cooper with this one. Levy, good save. Lovely pass over to Zemix as well. You see what I mean? They just go from having some terrible miscommunications to having some beautiful, high-quality, fast-paced passing plays. Levy, over to Zemix, looking to try and make another one come up for him here. Levy, again with it. It's a good choice to go back there, taking a shot himself. Good block there by Doot, I believe it was. Cooper, running this one up. Ended putting on some pressure. Does get caught out of the play here, though. Palfa, bumped by Levy. Pass over to Doot, not able to find him. Keep your eyes on Doot, by the way. He is able to hit some crazy bangers from absolutely nowhere, hitting some fantastic perlers when I played with him in the post-pingers. Cooper with this one. Looking to try and get past Levy, not able to. Sydney Gafs with some more touches here. Ended, looking to try and find Zemix. Usually doesn't pass up, but had to in that circumstance here, putting some pressure on Palfa. Doot with an opportunity here. Levy caught outside of goals. Beautiful save, though, might I add. Zemix with this one. Can he get past Doot? Chooses to pass around him. Instead, goes over to Levy. Upfield over to Ended. Not able to find it. Good touches by the Sugargliders here. Beautiful defense. And ladies and gentlemen, hold on a minute. This is much closer than I thought it was. 45 seconds for Sydney Gafs to get back into this one. Just a single point would send the Gafs into OT. Doot with the touch. Levy able to get there in time. Ended. Needs to regain possession here. Pass over to Zemix. South Sydney Sugargliders defense has reset now. Gafs might get 1, maybe 2 plays here in these last 20 seconds to make this crucial point to send this match into OT. Levy looking to try and split past Doot. Delicate pass over to Zemix, over to Ended. Does miss a little bit. 10 seconds. 7 seconds to clear from Doot into net. Will seal this game here. Doot scoring it, interrupting the Sydney Gafs, previously uninterrupted regular season streak. The first regular season loss here for Sydney Gafs in probably over a season at this rate. Very, very good stuff from the Sugargliders. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting their defense to be that good. their defense was top-notch there. A very, very high-quality team. You absolutely love to see it. Mikel, Dute's not going to be around for a lot of his games. Wanted to give him game time. Fair. That'll be an interesting combo then. Three goalies playing out pretty much all the games for Sugargliders. Very, very interesting stuff. All right, let's go ahead and jump over to those stats and see exactly what went down that game there. Starting off with shot conversion percentage, Sydney Gafs dropping pretty low to a 19%. A little bit shocking there. To be fair, it does make sense, you know, that with the amount of defensive players that Sugargliders have, it does make sense. It does make a lot of sense. However, the passing plays, Sydney Gas clearly had a massive advantage there. 86 passes to 37, 70% possession to 30, 12 takeaways to 9 even. Even on the face-off, 6-4, Sydney Gafs were just dominating with a lot of that pressure. Well, not the pressure so much, but more that just possession. They were really looking to try and control that game there, but unfortunately, it just managed to slip away from them. The defense from the Sugargliders, significantly better than I think a lot of people expected. Able to hold back the first place team in the regular season in, you know, last season. So yeah, good games. Congratulations to the Sugargliders, and unfortunate stuff there from Sydney Gafs. But either way, we'll see how these two teams develop in the future in more games. Hopefully, I'll be able to stream some more. But that will do us here for tonight, I believe. I don't think there are any more games going on right now. Snow probably wrapped up his stream, and as far as I'm aware, there are no more games on tonight, which is actually kind of impressive, because aside from the other Such Is Life game that I wasn't able to play in tonight due to, you know, just this game overlapping, we had almost 100% coverage for a night of Slapshot. 4 games streamed in total, 3 from me, 1 from Snow. Bless his soul for covering. I know he's probably not awake right now or able to hear this, but absolutely bless his soul. What a legend, what a king. And yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap this one up here. There's our pugs. Thank you for the streams. No worries, fellas. No worries. We'll see a lot more of me here this season. So yep, just thank you to everybody for coming through. Hop into our pugs. There are some people in there right now, so get in queue, have some fun over there, and warm up for the rest of the season. Ladies and gents, Slap is back. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Have a good night, ladies and gents. I'm going to go get some dinner, and I will see you in the next stream, which, as far as I'm aware, is on Sunday, I think. So quite a fair, not quite a fair, but, you know, a while away. But let me go ahead and take a look at what game that is actually, just to mention it. I believe it's an open game. Yeah, the Rain Train versus the Pub Punishers, which is the first time that those blokes down there in the Open League are going to be showing up on a official stream for the Oceanic Slapshot League. So look forward to that one. By the way, VODs will be uploaded over the weekend if you want to go ahead and take a look at those on the official Slapshot channel. And we're also planning to try and do some match highlights as well. I've got Dude, you know, giving me some ideas for those. So, you know, look forward to those in case you want to catch up on some previous games of Slapshot that have been played. I don't know how many we're going to be putting out, or how often they're going to be uploaded, but there are plans for match highlights. So, with all that being said and done, ladies and gentlemen, I will bid you all adieu and get myself something to eat. I'll catch you on Sunday afternoon or sooner if some games get scheduled. So get scheduling and I'll put out the announcements when they come out. See ya.